Hey, welcome to today's live. I hope you're all doing well. I'm the Urban Seer, your guide to love, destiny and manifesting the life you desire. I hope this session brings you some insight, some peace and some clarity. Quick reminder, or for anyone new here, if you would like a free reading, just click the link in the pinned comment and you'll be added to the list, and just wait for your name to be called. Quick reminder of how I read. So I'm an energy reader tuning into you and your situation and anyone else in that situation. So please do provide context in order to receive a meaningful reading. And I don't do yes, no questions, timelines, or general readings. So just like I say, please share as much detail as you feel comfortable with. But hey to everyone in the chat. Janavi, my love. Long time no see. So special to see you here. I hope you're well. At the minute, so I'm not doing how I used to read. I'm not doing paid readings anymore, so it's just to be added to the list. Unfortunately, there's no way to privately share. I don't know if I would love to read for you, so if you're able to provide a little bit of context of what you want to look at, maybe hopefully I could read for you that way, let me know. It's like the old days. Danny Baby is here. It's an old days reunion. These are people who have followed me right from the beginning. For any of my new subs, Janavi, Danny Baby, Ivo as well. Hi Ivo, I hope you're well. Sruthi, my love, hello. Venny, it's me again. Samreen. Let me go over and grab the list, yeah, and we'll get started. Today I'm using the Gypsy Fair Tarot. But how's everyone doing this Friday? This week has gone super quick for me. Reunion, says Danny Baby. Exactly. It's a reunion. Sruthi, my love, you are number 1 on the list. Please go ahead and post your question. Pooja as well, just wanted to say thank you for commenting on with your kind words on the last post. And Shruti, I know you have as well. Anyone who has commented, I really appreciate you taking the time to give that feedback, and it's it's really helpful for me as a reader to know that these readings are resonating, and also helps, support and boost the channel. So thank you so much for that. Hey country. Glad you could make it too. I'll update the list, Danny. Sorry, that isn't the full list. If you've added after, let me just go back over. I did see your name, so yeah. I'll update it after Sruthi's reading, but you are on the list, Danny. Let's get into it. So Sruthi asks, can you read into my cousin's feelings and see if she's deliberately trying to bring me down? I overheard her talking to her mom why I seem to face no problems in life, while she is going through divorce. Projecting her unhappiness onto you there, Shruti. She's going through divorce and has a child. Okay, let's have a look. Sounds like some projecting of feelings is going on here, Shruti. But let's have a look at your cousin's feelings and this energy around her bringing you down. Interesting. Knight of Pentacles. So ultimately, okay, what I would see here with this, she's coming through with this Knight of Pentacles energy. And the Knight of Pentacles, the shadow side of the Knight of Pentacles is this feeling, she feels stuck. Knight of Pentacles is in its positive energy. It is grounded, it's reliable, but it is slow moving. And like I say, the shadow side of the Knight of Pentacles, and this is where I think her feelings are, is that she feels like she hasn't got the movement in the light in her life that she would like to see. Obviously, going through divorce is a tough experience, and I feel like that you're just a projection caught in the crosshairs of where she's at. And this gives us insight. I'm going to pull one more card, but this gives us insight into where she's at. And the Knight as well there's a immaturity often with the Knights, okay? And maybe she feels like through this divorce that she's actually taken a step backwards. Yeah, that she's the progress that she made in her life, if she wanted obviously marriage and kids, and that was the dream at some point. And this is like, it feels like the wheels are going backwards. And this is just how it's got to her. And then this is how she sees you, which is this Queen of Wands. So in this Queen energy. So if you're feeling this or not, this is how she views you. The Queen of Wands is someone who has what she wants, which is more dynamic, maybe more freedom, maybe the Queen of Wands is someone who is in control of their own destiny. It's ruled by fire, so fire is movement, being able to follow your heart's desires. So there's something about you that she sees in you that she wants. And sometimes, if it's there or not, it can be strange for sometimes, if we have people who are jealous of us or, and we can't see it ourselves because we're in our own maybe struggle, and you think, how could you possibly be jealous of me? In a way, we never really truly know what's going on for in someone's life and in someone's mind and heart, yeah? But this is how she sees you. And she wants some of that, yeah? So how do we heal this? The thing about the Knight of Pentacles, I would say as well, it's not like particularly vindictive. It doesn't have much bite to it. That's all that I would say. So I don't really see this causing you like serious trouble, or it like I say, it hasn't, Knight of Pentacles doesn't have much bite to it. I hope that makes sense. Temperance, Major Arcana. So how do we heal this? It is about trying to harmonize this frequency. So if you can have compassion for her, obviously have boundaries, Ruthie, protect yourself, but maybe don't take it personally, just have compassion. Temperance is about patience, harmony, healing, going with the flow, you know, trying to regain balance when something has got unbalanced. She is obviously feeling unbalanced, and maybe when she gets a handle more on her emotions, things will chill out. But this is a very kind of non-combative approach when we see temperance, and it's about the focus being on restoring balance. So rise above if you can, Sruthi. I tend to put on a strong woman on the outside of her. I don't feel it. Yes, absolutely, and that's a good thing, Sruthi. But then expect people see that and believe that. So you're doing a good job at presenting that front. But then how that can affect us is that people don't see our vulnerabilities and what we're struggling with. You'll just have to rise above this one, Sruthi. Try to give her as much compassion as you can. It's a projection on her part. She feels stuck. You have something that she wants. Yeah. So I hope that resonates. I'm just going to close the list now because it does fill up quickly, which is great. But I just want to make sure that I can get through everyone. Hey, Crystal. Glad you could make it. And I'll go and grab that updated list. Pooja, my love, you are next. I'm glad that resonated with you. Sruthi says, I totally resonate with what you said. I will try to protect my boundaries. Thank you. I will give us some compassion. Yeah. If we can strike that balance, it's easier said than done sometimes, but, if we can strike that balance, that's the best place to stand for everyone. Keep us posted. Thanks, Samreen. I'm just going to wait and see if Pooja is here. But if not, I'll read for you, Samreen. Tell me more about Samreen. Oh, there we go. Tinder guy or the Pilot X. No, Pooja, this is you now. Post your question, Pooja, and then I'll read for you, Samreen. There's a bit of a delay in the chat for me, just to be aware of. Like if you have posted and you think I haven't seen it, it's because it hasn't come through for me. Thanks, Danny. Noted. Yeah, so there's a bit of a delay in people's questions coming through. So that's why if I'm asking for you to post and you've already posted, just bear with me on that one. Okay, Pooja asks, Pawan's true feelings for me, and does the future hold a reunion with him? And if so, when it might unfold? Connection error I'm facing. I think, is that with YouTube or is that with Pawan? Okay, let's have a look at Pawan's true feelings. So I don't do timelines when it might unfold, so I won't cover that. Isn't this interesting? Knight of Pentacles again. There's always these kind of collective energies that come through. Okay, so there are feelings here still, Pooja, with this Knight of Pentacles. Much similar to, like I said previously, in some ways, the Knight of Pentacles does have like a very genuine energy about them. Because it's a knight, there is some immaturity potentially still going on here, yeah? What I mean by immaturity is they're not certain of who they are. They're maybe not certain of their path. When a king comes through, that's someone who has really kind of is ready for a real relationship. Yeah, they've kind of lived a life, they've learned some lessons, and they're open. It's not about age, or it's more about where we're at spiritually, where we're at on our soul journey. And the Knight of Pentacles is slow moving. So Pooja, it's going to require some patience on your part for Pawan if you want this. I'm going to pull another card just of reunion, potential and things like that, okay? But they're coming through this Knight of Pentacles, which tells me there are genuine feelings here, because Pentacles, you can rely on this kind of energy, yeah? It's not someone, it's someone who's quite there. There's an honesty and almost an innocent about the Knight of Pentacles. Something honourable even. And this is coming through to tell me about, despite what's gone on between you, wherever things are at now, there is some real feelings here for you. But if things were to progress, if things are to move in the right direction, it's going to be slow moving. Tell me more about this reunion, please, Spirit. And the energy around that. Oh, wow. It's a Knight of Cups, confirming that this is possibility for sure. The Knight of Cups is all about love, romance, a love offering. Again, another knight, which is interesting. Now, what comes through this, I mean, this specifically was, love is coming towards you in one way, in one form or another, I would say, Pooja, okay? Even if this is new love, this could be a different night. I'm just putting this out there, okay? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Or it could be that this Knight of Pentacles, who is Pawan's energy, is that they have a shift and they move into wanting to offer you love and offer you a relationship again. But either way, what I would say is in the future, in your near future, we have a Knight of Cups coming towards you. So there is going to be a love offering on the table. But I'm just slightly intrigued and maybe thrown off a little bit that there's two knights coming through. So, you know, time will tell on that. But what is for sure, what feels certain, is a love offering of some kind is on its way to you. So something to look forward to on that. Hope that resonates, Pooja. Okay, Samreen, this is for you, my love. So which relationship has stronger long-term marriage potential. So we'll say commitment, yeah? Like what relationship has the most potential, or what is the potential of each person, I think, just in how I read. So let's have a look at number one's energy. And number two, your pilot, Samreen. I'm glad that resonated, Pooja. Let me know that you're here, Samreen. Oof. Tinder man. Five of Pentacles, okay? Now this is a card of, it talks about of lack, of struggle, disappointments even. Now five are that this period can pass. Fives always say that this can pass. And we are sort of in this together. There is a connection here between you. But I don't know if that's coming from an energy of lack, of not trusting that there is someone better out there for you. Okay? Then we have a major arcana for your pilot, which immediately kind of tells me that there is maybe a more powerful connection here with judgment. Judgment is about being discerning. It's about making a good judgment call. I need to have more information on this. Okay, so this fell out for the judgment. So I would say for the pilot, because Ten of Pentacles is actually a card of long-term commitment. It's about, you know, marriage, the house, the kids, or whatever your version is of long-term commitment, yeah? But the fact that this has come through to align with this energy, I feel like this is the more promising option. There is feelings here, there is love here with your Tinder, or there is a romantic offering. But this Five of Pentacles, there's no denying that there is something in this Five of Pentacles that it's coming from. There's something about it that is, maybe it's in you, Samreen. There we go, it's true, my heart is more aligned towards the pilot. So maybe the Five of Pentacles, this connection for you with the Tinder person is that, like I say, it's coming from more a place of lack. That maybe there's no one, you know, concerning about that other connections aren't going to work out. So you're kind of keeping this person in place, placeholder, and that maybe you'll, yeah, but it's more from wanting to just be with someone rather than that someone being the person that you want to be with, if that makes sense, yeah? So definitely from these two, not to say that there's nothing in this, but this is the more promising, more fulfilling option with the pilot. So I hope that helps, Samreen. Quite a clear message. Okay, next up we have Country, my love. If you are here, please go ahead and post your question. Thank you, Country. Country asks, what's the energy surrounding me inviting DJ? on a cruise in November. Nice. Will he be able to leave life behind for a week to enjoy the cruise with us? Ah, love the full deco. Thanks for noticing, country. It's bringing nice orange, warm vibes, I'm hoping. You're welcome, Samreen, you're welcome. I hope things turn out good too. Okay, country, my love. Let's have a look at the energy around you inviting DJ on a cruise in November. How will this land? What does he feel hemmed in by? Seven of Swords, can you see how this is his energy? And he's surrounded by swords. Pushed around maybe by someone's energy or by a circumstance, family, work. Interesting, you know, will he be able to leave his life behind? So he feels some angsty energy about that. Yeah, maybe he feels overly responsible for something or someone. Certainly a pressure there. So he might struggle with that, country, okay? He might struggle with being able to agree to this for those reasons, but I'm going to pull another card. So maybe we ask, what can we do? Obviously it's up to him, but is there movement in this? Eight of Swords, again, doubling down on that. Like, it's very much, well, Eight of Swords is, you know, prison of our own making. It's kind of a bit of an illusion here for DJ. I don't know why he's, you know the details of this. But really with the Eight of Swords, it's like you can remove the blindfold. We can step away from this prison of swords, which is a prison of our own making, and it's kind of in the mind. So, you know, use your power of persuasion, country. But this may be a block that he's not able to get past at the minute, which is a shame, yeah, because it feels like it's definitely driven from a place of fear and anxiety and not really a place of truth. And that's you. That's a beautiful card, isn't it, there? And I feel like he's the lion and you're this woman. You've got a lot of strength and courage. I think you're trying to be reassuring to him. You're trying to, a lot of the time, maybe in a broader aspect, you know, bigger than this cruise, is like you're trying to say, you know, that there's more to life maybe than what he's normally believes or has access to. There's a very reassuring, nurturing, soothing energy coming from you to him. And that's what this is all about. That's like a role that you play in his life, which is a beautiful thing. But also, you know, you have your needs as well. So sometimes maybe he's open to it and sometimes he can't give into it. But you're like this very consistent presence for him. And a reminder to slow down, to smell the roses, all that kind of energy, yeah? Taming my beast, one gentle touch at a time. How beautifully put, country, yes. Hope that resonated, country. Nice note to end on with that. Well, I hope it's not buffering too much, guys. Hi, Tia. No, you didn't miss your turn. The list is just above if you want to catch where you're at. Crystal, this is for you, my love. Oh, hold on. You're welcome, country. So Crystal asks, what's the energy surrounding ex-Nixon and me, Kerry Ann, today, Seer? Okay. We're still in no contact, aren't we, Crystal? Just correct me where we're at. Ooh. Too many cards. I'm going to keep shuffling. Interesting. 9 of Wands. So all is not lost, Crystal, is the energy today. This is a card of boundaries. Just remind me, I think maybe that you, let me know if you set some boundaries and that's what maybe caused issues, caused problems. Or this is about, 9 of Wands is very much like we've been through struggles, yeah? Each wand represents a kind of battle that we've survived. And we may be feeling weary, we may be feeling beat up, yeah, tired. But the universe really does kind of say with this card, like, not to give up. If you still hold out hope for this connection, then that's okay. The universe says yes, hold on to that. And there is kind of a more to come on this. There's one more battle if you are up for it to kind of go in for. If we think 9 of Wands is the one before the 10. The 10 is some kind of closure, some kind of either breakthrough of a new beginning or the closure of this connection. But it tells me that there's kind of another chapter of this story to come. Let's specifically hone in on their feelings currently. 5 of Cups, so there's some sadness for them at the moment. Can be about this connection, some loss, some disappointment. Now with the 5 of Cups, I always say this is when someone has often got spiraled into what went wrong rather than being able to, and it's okay to be disappointed and to be sad and to feel those feelings, but what comes with the caveat of the 5 of Cups that says that at some point though we need to look at what still remains. So 2 of Cups still remains. Again, with this 9 of Wands kind of doubling down, there is a chapter that still remains. There are 2 cups that still remains in this connection. There is still potential. And that's at the minute they're not able to focus on that, okay? So that needs to change. That could change. But at the minute, they're in the kind of sadness, the loss, fixating more on why it didn't work out and how it didn't work out. So just hold the line, Crystal. You know, don't give in on your boundaries. That happened for a reason. That was a good thing. But also it's okay to not give up hope on this connection. At the minute, Nixon is maybe not able to see a future as yet, because they're still stuck on how this didn't work out. So I hope that resonates. I would say, you know, the story's not over, but there isn't much. You kind of have to wait for him to shift out with that Five of Cups energy before anything can change. So I hope that resonated, Crystal. Thank you, Venny, for posting your question. Venny asks, so Krishna Venny, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. What is coming up in my relationship in October? Can I expect commitment to next level from my partner? Okay. Let's have a look, Venny. Let's have a look at the energy of... So we'll focus in on October, yeah? I'm glad that resonates, Crystal. You know for me that you spiraled, so yeah, it looks like that they've spiraled too. So no change on this at the minute until they shift out of that spiraling. I think they need to see what still remains, if that makes sense, Crystal, okay? Like the potential of this, which may take even more time, yeah? Just continue. If you manifest, work on your manifestations to manifest the outcome that you desire in this time, yeah? Okay, Venny, my love, this is for you. Let's have a look what's coming for your relationship in October, please, Spirit. Ooh. Five of Wands. So Wands is movement, is change. It's the element of fire, so it's kind of kicking up the dust. There may be even some conflict, okay? So can be inner conflict within you, or it can be actual external conflict with your partner. Like maybe things might start coming to a head, like conversations maybe about your frustrations if you're wanting to move this forward, or some disagreements. Let me know. That may even be happening now, and then we'll continue roll into October. Now with this five though, is that it often with fives, it's always that they kind of, it passes as quickly as that kind of energy comes in, yeah, and no real harm will be done with these disagreements and arguments. In some ways it's kind of like something ultimately good can come from it, because we can maybe lay out on the table more what we're thinking, what we're feeling, and try to usher in change. Disrupting the status quo is what I feel, Venny, okay? One more, please, Spirit. You see how these people here are depicted in this deck? They're all letting off fireworks, so that suggests explosiveness, yeah? Ooh, and then we have the Five of Cups, a similar energy there about another five, so two fives. I feel like this is going to be quite an emotional month, Venny, in October. There may be some sadness, some disappointments, but again, don't be kind of put off by that. Three cups, traditionally in this image, three cups have been knocked over, which represent things that may be ways in which this person has let you down, or you've let them down, vice versa. But let's focus on what remains and the potential of this connection. Again, it will pass as quickly as it comes, so maybe this is going on in October, but there is movement, there is change, but it might be a bit up and down, okay? It's giving a bit roller coaster energy here, Benny, okay? Like I say, you may already be going through this, but it may kick up a notch in October or continue in October. Ooh, and then we have this Ace of Pentacles, which is almost like a renewal and a fresh start after this has passed. So this is very hopeful. Pentacles is grounded energy. It's genuine. It's good foundations, strong foundations, commitment, connection, all that good stuff. So that's nice. But there is a bit of a journey to get there, Venny, okay? Try to not give it too much weight when it happens, and what I mean by that is kind of freak out in the sense if you are having arguments and some crosswords. Try not to freak out and think that this is the end, or this isn't working out. Try to roll with it if you can, and use it as an opportunity to voice your feelings, because we do land in a good spot. So hold on to that. When you're on the roller coaster, trust that you'll land amongst the flowers. Okay? I hope that resonated. Keep us posted. Okay, so we have TB and my love. If you are here, please go ahead and post. There's the list update for everyone. TB, Eco 7. Eco 7 can go ahead and post as well. If you like my love, just so we can keep things moving. Yes, light the end of the tunnel, Venny, exactly. Maybe TB is not here. TB, Eco 7, Kelsey Wells, Sonali. Let me know who's still here. Sonali, Danny baby, it's me again. I'll wait for that to come through. Hi Eco 7. Go ahead and post, my love. Thanks, it's me again, yeah. Go ahead and, because I don't know who's, go ahead if you are here and waiting for your reading, just go ahead, post your question, and whoever posts first, I'll just read it in order if that's all right with everyone. Just go ahead and post your question and I'll just read whoever's left, and I'll just read that. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so Eco7 asks, planning to launch my online store at the end of this year. May I know the energy, please, regarding my startup? Sure thing. Ooh. Two of Swords. So this is interesting. This is about making a decision. Two of Swords is about being at a crossroads, yeah? In many ways. It can cause some anxiety, okay? Get us, have the sort of, can get us in our head, basically, yeah? So it may be just that when you're launching your online store, Eco7, that there's kind of lots of decisions maybe to make about how you're going to do things, what you're going to include in the store, like lots of questions coming up. Or you may have actually some self-doubts as the time closes in about if to move forward with it, etc. So who knows exactly how this will manifest, but indecision really in some ways can often just be about self-doubt. And we really need to, when we see this card, you know, with the blindfold, it's telling us to go within. We have to trust our intuition. Our intuition is our superpower, yeah? And the decisions that you make, I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, you'll have to go with your gut on this one, and that's the best way forward. So maybe even if it doesn't seem like the most wise choice or the most sort of like the best choice to others, you're gonna have to, often the energy around you in this business, Eco7, the business that you're running. And I think for everyone on this point, if you are like running your own business, that it's such a test of like that you have to carve out your own path and do it your way and trust your gut, and kind of go with what feels right a lot. Anything else, Spirit? Yes, it resonates, says Eco7. And there we go, Ace of Pentacles. This is sort of like the launch, which feels nice. Look how bright. Can bring in money. Pentacles can be, you know, it's about work, finances, so it can bring in revenue stream. And this is just the beginning, you know, the beginning, the first steps. What's that expression? Sort of 1,000 miles starts with the first few steps. So, you know, what we take in order to get to the 10 of Pentacles, which is like the culmination of success almost of where your ambition is heading. The Ace of Pentacles is that first step, and we must start with the Ace in order to get with the 10 to the 10, yeah? But this talks about the potential that this has. There is lots of growth. There is money to be made here as well, Eco. So that's nice energy here. Trust your gut, as always. Expect some tough decisions maybe to be made, but we are moving, we are on this Ace of Pentacles journey, you know, we are launching something really positive and something that has the potential to be very fruitful. Okay, so I don't think they're here, Danny, Kelsey and Sonali, so I did a call out for them and I don't think they're here. So I'll read for It's Me Again, because you posted. So Danny, just go ahead and post your question. And I'll just read as we go, because I'm not sure who's here and who isn't anymore. You're very welcome, Eco7. So, it's me again. This is for you. What is the next best positive change that is coming in my life? Okay, so let's see where this is coming from. Okay, Spirit. What is the next best positive change that is coming in my life? King of Pentacles. Tell me more about this King. Oh, then we have a major arcana, the World, endings, new beginnings. Okay, and another major arcana, Temperance, harmony, peace, patience, balance. So, King of Pentacles can be a few things, okay? What I want to know is where, because the King of Pentacles, can't speak. The King of Pentacles energy is someone who is very worldly wise, who is financially successful in their career. So I'm wondering what I'm trying to work out from Spirit, if they're talking about someone who is coming into your life, this King of Pentacles, this person of influence, or if you're embodying this King of Pentacles. Have you been working on has your focus been on money, career, building on this? I kind of am leaning towards thinking this is actually someone who is coming into your life, either in I don't know if you're single, so either in a romantic way, or someone of influence who can help you in a practical way. But it will usher in big change, this energy, okay? The World is about endings and new beginnings. So that those kind of cycles that you've been trying to close out feels like they will finally close out, and there is some kind of fresh start. Backed with, then we are moving into a more harmonious energy where have things been imbalanced? It's me again. That's where the positive change is that balance is going to be restored. Old cycles that needed to end will end. And it seems in relation to this, the catalyst is this King of Pentacles. One more on this King of Pentacles and then I'll move on. But yeah, big shifts here, big shifts. So no small thing here. Something maybe that you've been trying to close out for some time, trying to get a new cycle going. Like I say, where have you been experiencing imbalance? Yeah. So this feels like this is someone coming into your energy field, because the Knight of Pentacles is like this energy coming towards you. So it could be an offering of work. This could be a manager, if it resonates, if it's a relationship. But this is someone who's going to bring some stability. Where there has been stability lacking. So this could come in the form of an opportunity of money, of work, of a relationship. Tell what resonates with that. But they have a lot to offer, okay? They're already established, so they have some wisdom to impart to you, some knowledge. Like I said, they are very worldly wise, they are savvy, they've kind of lived a life, been through it, gained some knowledge, and are generous enough as well and interested in you enough to impart this to you. And this will be the catalyst for this change. Yeah, a helper, like you said. So I'm working hard lately, but I feel that energy of someone coming in. Like I said, I'm glad that resonates for you. I feel like Spirit has clarified that, you know, this is someone external who is coming through to help you. so nice. I really like that energy, and yeah, big shifts there. So keep doing what you're doing. It's me again. Work hard, and then this person will be the catalyst. I feel like it could be a job offer, you know, a manager, that kind of vibes, or whatever your setup is. And you've got your own business, someone to come in and impart their knowledge. Okay, so let's see where we're at. Danny baby. I'll read for Danny baby, then I'll read for Tia, and then I think that's everyone. Last call out. If not, I'll just have to, we'll end the live after this. So if Kelsey Sonali is here, but I don't think you are. I've made a few call outs now, so I will end it, yeah. Okay, Danny baby, my love, this is for you. Danny asks, can I get a reading on my relationship? Can you tell me what my partner thinks of me? I tried to show him he shouldn't be obsessed with me, to focus on himself and his son more out of love. And the fact that it's hard to maintain the attraction to him since he doesn't focus on himself. Is this your Aries, Danny baby, isn't it? No need to repost, it's okay. Thanks for letting me know it's me again. Thanks. I really appreciate feedback and letting me know that these readings are resonating. So thank you for letting me know. And I'm glad that it's confirming your intuition, which is exactly what tarot, I believe, is best at, isn't it? Okay. Danny baby, this is for you. Let's just go in with a general first, get a reading on your relationship. I'll also have a look what he thinks and feels for you. So guidance on this relationship for Danny. Oh. Nice energy here, Danny, but also tricky. Okay, so this is the energy of the relationship, the Page of Wands, and what we're doing is we're looking to the future, and I think that's what you're doing, and maybe what's in question here, as if there is a future, yeah? Wands is, which I feel like is your energy a lot coming through here about your ambition and your passion, Danny, okay? You're very driven, which is a wonderful thing and that should be celebrated. And I suppose what I just feel like there's a question hanging over the future of this, of where this can go and if there is a future. And I guess what you know needs to change, and how much chance do we give someone to change. Now, there are deep feelings here. There is love here. This is your energy. This is their energy. A bit like what came through for country, in the sense of what I'm actually drawn to. There is a kind of difference here. Obviously there's a species different here. And it comes from love. There is love here. And you're trying to encourage your person and build them up, and you are a source of strength, and maybe as well like the stronger one in the relationship, Danny, yeah? This is you in this kind of beautiful outfit. And they have their own beauty, but there is a difference here. I'm almost want to say, you know, like that they're struggling to match your energy. Yeah, Danny, they're struggling to match your energy. Danny says, it feels as though there is only a future if I work on it. Yeah, he just follows along. So if I do nothing, he does nothing. It's strange. Yes. Yeah, we're two different people. I am the stronger one. He's strong too, but only by himself. He's very dependent on others. Yeah. So advice for you, Danny. How to deal with this. You know, you can't, you know, what I would say is, I suppose, is that is how much, like this, I'm not sure if this dynamic will change. That's what I'm trying to say. Or I think that's what Spirit is trying to say as well. That you might always be having to push them and be stronger than and lead them. And, you know, resentment might build there as well if that's the case. So maybe there's some acceptance. Yeah, I'm forcing him to be someone he's not. Exactly. So you've got all the kind of answers are there, yeah, that there's something, I don't see this changing. So where does that leave you? We can either accept this person for who they are and work with that and let go of that struggle of trying to force, like you're trying to get him to be someone different and he's trying to maybe be someone different, but then you sort of both set up to fail. It's tricky when someone hasn't done anything wrong, but there's just like, this person can't be who we want them to be. Yeah, accept it and stay, or accept it and leave. I mean, give yourself time to figure this out, but one more, please, Spirit. Ooh. The moon. Oh, my battery is running low. It doesn't try to be someone different. Okay, so in some ways that's even more tricky if we feel like someone isn't trying, yeah? So the moon card is, you know, we need to go within as always, and it's about, you know, our intuition is trying to speak to us. The moon card is about what is hidden as well, that the path doesn't always have to be clear, if this makes sense, but maybe we have to like maybe it'll never be in black and white or totally about the way forward, about what to do. But I feel like your intuition is trying to speak to you and you shouldn't ignore it, Danny, yeah? The path isn't clear, the way forward, okay? Maybe you,